What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. We begin today's show by going straight to Warsaw, Poland, where TaiwanPlus reporter Rick Glauert is learning how the largest refugee center in Europe is dealing with the crowds of people escaping from Ukraine.
I'm here at the Warsaw Expo Center in Poland. At the moment, there are 6,000 or 7,000 people here who have fled the conflict in Ukraine and are finding temporary accommodation within the exhibition halls of this expo center. Here, they can find a bed for the night, they can find food and drink and other necessities that they might need. Then there's also onward travel arranged for them to go to other places in Poland or around Europe. In the last few minutes, we've heard there's been calls on the tannoy system here saying that there's buses leaving for places as far away as Spain, Norway, Sweden. The majority of the people here are women and children, families or elderly people. We've seen a lot of families here carrying everything that they own, a lot of kids carrying toys, and even families with their pets, with their dogs. And we saw a family playing with their hamster outside on the grass outside the exhibition center. One of the halls next door is full of all of the aid that has been sent in from the Polish government or from local people or from the international response to this crisis. And this is all part of the unprecedented response to the largest refugee crisis to hit Europe in at least 8 decades.
Again, that was TaiwanPlus's Rick Glauert reporting from Warsaw, Poland. Next news, Taiwan has held military drills on the northernmost island of Dongyin. That's amid ongoing tensions with China, which is just 16 kilometers away. The regularly scheduled exercises help soldiers prepare for what would happen if enemy forces try to take the island. Bing Wang reports.
Taiwan's military fires shells at a red cross on the water. The target represents advancing enemy forces. Some 1,000 troops were deployed to Mazu's Dongyin Island, Taiwan's northernmost territory. Dongyin lies just 16 kilometers off the coast of China, making it a strategic military location for Taiwan. The island is installed with Xiongfeng and Skybolt defense systems capable of destroying air, naval, and land enemy targets.
台湾的反登陆能力其实非常强，除了各式的反舰飞弹之外，标枪飞弹，还有台湾还有托式飞弹、地狱火飞弹，他们都可以用于反舟坡的登陆，中共应该是不会轻举妄动。
Taiwan regularly holds drills to prepare for a potential Chinese invasion. China claims Taiwan as part of its own territory and has not ruled out taking the country by force, even though China's ruling party has never governed Taiwan. A recent document leaked from the Russian Federal Security Service by a human rights group claimed China had considered taking over Taiwan by force this fall, but Russia's invasion of Ukraine had pushed the timeline back. Taiwan's Foreign Minister Joseph Wu dismisses the document but says the country must boost its military defense capabilities.
有关于这个文件，我不确定这个是不是事实不管中国是不是要攻击我们，或者是什么时候要攻击我们，我们随时随地都要做好自我防卫的准备。
Taiwan has also implemented new military reservist training to enhance the country's combat readiness. Taiwan is determined to keep its sovereignty, and these efforts hope to deter China from exerting any military pressure on the country. Kama Xu and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan is facing more than just a military threat from China, as modern wars are also fought in cyberspace. Glenn Gerstel is one of the world's top cybersecurity experts. He works with the Center for Strategic and International Studies and was also General Counsel of the U.S. National Security Agency. He says cyber warfare could be part of a Chinese offensive.
Hard to say what would happen if China decides it wants to forcibly take Taiwan. I assume that cyber would be part of an integrated effort to destabilize and deorient defenses in Taiwan first. So you could see an effort to go after telecommunications systems and disrupt them, perhaps electric grids, perhaps financial transactions to sow discord among the populace and confusion and fear and panic. So all those are elements of cyber. They don't really produce long-lasting strategic benefits. They're usually temporaries, which is why pure cyber alone isn't going to accomplish anything for China if it decided to do something as malevolent as that. But could it be part of a broader campaign, an integrated campaign that would involve military? Absolutely.
We turn now to the Horn of Africa. Somalia is facing its worst drought in 4 decades. That means failed crops, hungry children, and hundreds of thousands of displaced people.
abaar baan soo gashay ilmaha wari meeshaan imaaday 50 iyo 158 habaalood iyo meeshaan ku duwan alaagos mankii lama ku biye sadil ku biye alaagos sadil lama afraad ku biye ma garatay baaha roohi uu kooni inta dhatay shambilood bilaha adada taaninka buug intii nijiidi hebela no ari bakti nijaasana wata.
More than 300,000 displaced people in Somalia are living in temporary camps. They have lost everything and are in desperate need of food, shelter, water, and health care. The UN is warning that Somalia is staring at a potential catastrophe with more than a quarter of its population in urgent need of aid. An estimated 1.4 million children under the age of 5 are likely to suffer acute malnourishment by the end of the year. The U.S.-based Famine Early Warning Systems Network says the region is not likely to get the rain it needs in April, and that would make it the worst drought on record. Now, for the first time in 10 years, Taiwan's key interest rates are going up. The central bank's announcement on Thursday took analysts by surprise. The increase of 0.25% follows close on the heels of a similar move by the U.S. Federal Reserve. The rate hike goes into effect on Friday, while analysts had previously expected an increase to come in June at the earliest. The governor of Taiwan Central Bank, Yang Jinglong, says they raised the interest rates because the economy had met 3 conditions. There were signs of inflation, economic growth had returned to pre-pandemic levels, and other countries like the U.S. and the UK had raised their interest rates.
我们跟以前的来比较，我们这一次呢是显然的是受到供给面的因素的影响比较大。那但是呢，它慢慢的波及到一般的其实就像那个外食啦这些啦所以呢，我们就想认为就是说，那我们如果说这3个条件达到的时候，我们先把我们在前2年所调降1码的这个，我们先把它恢复回来。
Taiwan is slowly getting to grips with the new problem on its roads. More and more accidents are being caused by people driving under the influence of illegal drugs. Eric Gao reports.
This crash is not the result of drunk driving, but drug driving. Taiwan is seeing a rising number of accidents caused by drivers under the influence of illegal drugs. Tens of thousands of suspected drug driving accidents are reported every year in Taiwan, but very few are ever prosecuted because the rules about investigating such incidents are unclear.
身上也有味道，有查获毒品将它带反所来侦办，并且验尿检验。
This means that many crashes caused by drivers under the influence of drugs are treated as regular accidents.
是自撞的话，它的刑责是3年以下有期徒刑。
For fatal crashes that do get classified as drug driving, the maximum penalty is 10 years in jail. Drunk drivers, however, can go to prison for life. The discrepancy suggests that more scrutiny is needed to combat this new threat on the country's roads. James Rayner and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
The first electric bus made by Taiwanese manufacturing giant Foxconn has entered service in the southern city of Kaohsiung. The local government says the vehicles will help reduce pollution and achieve the city's net zero goals. Kaohsiung is planning to buy more than 1,000 electric buses. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with some image from the St. Patrick's Day celebration in Chicago. Take care, and I'll see you next time.